What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I am going to be talking about how scrolling will destroy your life. Extreme, I know. But we're dealing with a very extreme drug here. And I want you guys to understand just how powerful this drug is. We are talking about quite possibly, in my opinion, the most dangerous drug that is widely consumed and accepted in today's society. And you might say, well, Brandon, how is it worse than alcohol? How is it worse than weed? How is it worse than porn? Think about the amount of people that do it. Think about the amount of hours that are spent wasted with people in trances, scrolling, trying to get the next dopamine hit, trying to get their fix. So much potential gone. So much potential wasted. Perfectly capable humans given a body and a brain, and yet they choose to sit there and consume over and over and over again. It's gluttony. In the same way that we overeat food, we overconsume content every single day. And this specific consumption makes your drive, makes your desire to create and build evaporate into thin air. Poof, disappear, it's gone. It gets a lot of young men into softcore porn. It starts with a simple video of an attractive woman fully clothed. You drop a like on it. A couple scrolls later and there's an even more attractive woman wearing slightly less clothes. You might drop a like on that one as well. I speak from experience because as soon as you get stuck in that spiral, pretty soon you are just consuming the most beautiful women in the world, wearing very, very little, and now you are putting women up on a pedestal. You are thinking about sex constantly as a young man, which continues to destroy your drive and pushes you further towards watching porn. Like I said, I speak from personal experience. Back when I used to first watch TikTok, it would happen all the time. When Reels got created for this first time, YouTube Shorts, the same exact thing happens. The algorithm wants to know what you like. It wants to know what kind of dopamine hit to give you. And for us men, often, what we're thinking about very, very often is sex. We're thinking about women. And it feeds into that. It makes whatever thing you already want to see even better, to get you more hooked. And I know, because I am somebody that makes short form content as a part of my job, I am here telling you, please stop watching short form content. Or at least put an incredible boundary on it that will keep you from over-consuming it. 10 to 15 minutes. That's all you need. I try to be helpful with the short-form content that I create. I try to grab people and pull them out of the matrix as best as I possibly can. And if you watch my short-form content, hopefully you see that reflected. And I specifically want to call out men. Like, men, what are you doing wasting your time doing this? What are you doing with these hours of your life? What I need you to understand is that short form content is the most potent form of social media yet discovered. There's a reason why every single social media platform, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, every single one now does short form. It now enables you to scroll, to get stuck on the hedonistic treadmill, to get stuck in the carousel that is just going over and over and over again, one lap after the next, and you're stuck on it. So it's the most potent form of social media yet discovered. It's very void of education. It's very, very difficult to learn things from short form content. We'll get into why that is later. It's void of context. You'll see videos, you'll see reels that will get you incredibly emotional, but they're just short clips. They'll make people angry at others because it's void of context. It's an extremely short clip. It's taken out of context. You're dropped into a situation in the world where you have no idea what's going on. You see people doing bad things to each other. You don't understand what was happening before this video started being filmed. It makes you hate other people oftentimes, and it teaches you the language of brain rot. And it's in the name. Brain rot. It is deteriorating your brain. To give a little bit of context, I have personally worked with clients who I was unable to help because their addiction to scrolling was just that damaging. I've worked with clients that I told them what they needed to do. I told them everything that they needed to do to succeed, and they couldn't get out of the scrolling rabbit hole. They couldn't do it. They couldn't get off of the hedonistic treadmill because the addiction was so bad. So some of you guys might think, oh, scrolling, it's really, really not that big of a deal. I know how bad it can get. I deal with these people. These people come to me because they watch my videos and they reach out to me and they say, Brandon, I have a serious, serious problem. It is serious. Treat it that way. Short form content and scrolling, it makes you ADHD. And when I say that, I'm not saying that it actually will give you, you're not going to go in and get diagnosed by a doctor that all of a sudden you have ADHD after watching short form content, but it makes your brain behave in the same way as an ADHD person. Once again, I have noticed all of this through my own experience. You have a reduced attention span. I noticed that whenever I would spend a large amount of time doing this, it decreased my ability to focus on the tasks that actually needed done. I started procrastinating, putting off the things that I knew that I needed to do. And I would start to become just disgusted with myself constantly because I'm like, I know what I need to do, but I literally don't have the attention span to do it. It's a horrible feeling. You start to lose respect for yourself as time goes on. You lose patience faster because you've been trained to just skip on to the next thing if you find one particular thing boring. Like, you literally can't focus. It goes back to square one. You think, oh, this one's boring, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to watch the first 2 seconds of every single video. I don't even have the attention span to sit there and watch a 15-second video. I just want to watch the first 2 seconds of every single video, and then maybe one every 10 videos I'll stick around and watch the whole thing. Think about how cooked your attention span is. It decreases your memory. Guys, all of these things are scientifically proven as well. It has a negative impact on your memory. You're watching hundreds of short videos. Your brain cannot process those videos and store them as information properly. I'm not sure if you've ever noticed this, but when you scroll through a reel and you see like a really funny reel and you're like, ha ha ha, my one friend that has the same sense of humor would really enjoy this video. And then later that day when you're talking to that friend, you think, dude, there was this reel that I thought was super funny, and I thought that you would really like it, but I can't remember what the video said. In fact, I can't remember the context of the video at all. That's happened to me multiple times. You notice that it deteriorates your memory. Your brain literally cannot store all of that information. You start to forget things more. things that you need to remember. You'll start zoning out, forgetting the important things. All of this information is coming in. Your brain is not trained to handle all of these different videos. You become dopamine dependent, just like with porn. Just like with porn, it makes life feel so bleak after a while. People struggle and they say, oh, I have depression. I have anxiety. Do you really? Do you really? Or do you just scroll all the time? Think about it. Wait till short form content starts to feel boring and bleak. I've gotten to this point myself before where I'm scrolling and I'm like, what am I doing? This is terrible. I'm so bored. I haven't seen a funny video in the past 100 scrolls. Think about how bleak your actual life is going to feel now that scrolling feels bleak and dry and drab. You're going to go back to your real life and it's going to feel like the upside down from Stranger Things. Cloudy, lightning, dark, depressing, disgusting stuff everywhere. You're walking around constantly scared. Like that is what your life turns into. That's what normal reality feels like. Number 4, you need to be harder on yourself and really start putting together your principles. Start putting together a code that you live by, a code that keeps you in check. With all of these new forms of social media and these new forms of temptation coming out, we need to be men that will go above and beyond to create rules for ourselves in order to properly navigate the new temptations. You need a code. You need principles. You need to punish yourself. As dark as that may sound, it sounds extreme, but it's not. Punishing yourself is normal. You should be punished. If you're a child and you do something wrong, your parents will punish you so that you don't do the wrong thing again. It's for your own good. It's for your own benefit. You need to punish yourself by dopamine detoxing. And I have a full YouTube video on that. If you need to understand how to go about the detoxing dopamine, the dopamine detoxing process, go look up that video. You need to become a man that you would look up to. One of the most important things for men in our society today. Do you think you would look up to somebody that's spending hours of their day sitting on the couch, watching reels, engaging with brain rot? You need to become a man that you can be proud of. Think about that. You need to have a sense of pride in the work that you do every single day. I know that you don't feel proud after watching all these short form videos. Cut them out. Put a restriction on it. Whenever I fall back into bad habits, and trust me, I do, there are days where I struggle with every single thing that I talk about in these videos. I ask myself this question: will my future self be proud of what I am doing currently at this moment? And whenever I'm asking myself that, the answer is almost always an incredibly obvious, resounding no. My future self will not be proud of this. Tomorrow I will wake up and I wish that I didn't piss away half my day doing something that isn't going to get me anywhere, doing something that's not helping me out at all. And so I want to leave you guys with this. I want you guys to get used to having a conversation with your future self. Because you might watch these videos and think, wow, Brandon, thank you so much. These videos help me so much. You can't be watching my videos 24/7. What I need you to do is I need you to start having a conversation with the older version of yourself. Look into the future to somebody that is wiser than you, which should be yourself in the future. You should be wiser than you are now, say 10, 20 years from now, and ask them the question, what should I do in this situation? Talk to yourself. Have a conversation with your future self. Because 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 times out of 10, your future self knows the right answer. And you know the right answer too. But sometimes putting it in this context of asking somebody else who is your future self allows you to sort of receive that information and be like, okay, I know what I need to do. I was told by my future self to not do this. So I'm going to listen. Because a lot of you guys know the right answers. It's the action that's the problem. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comment section if you finished this entire video. If you did, drop a singular thumbs up in the comment section. That means you have got an awesome attention span. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.